Today I'm going to show you 4 meals using cheese, both with store-bought and homemade options. But first, let me show you how I do a batch prep. This is something that I like to do every week where I just prepare some ingredients that can be used in multiple different recipes. This will help you save so much time and stress throughout the week. You will see just how easy it is to combine meals in 5 or 10 minutes once these ingredients are prepped and ready to go. So I'm just making a homemade sourdough pizza crust, which is actually a lot easier than you might think. And I will leave this recipe down below, but if you are in a time crunch, feel free to get a store-bought pizza crust. Or another hack I like to use is just to use a flour tortilla as a pizza crust. That always works if I need a last-minute meal very quickly. So while we're letting the pizza dough rise, I'm just gonna get the veggies ready, which is basically just to scrub the potatoes, pierce them so they don't explode in the oven, and pop them in at 400 for about an hour. And while those are baking, we can just wash and chop the rest of our veggies. For our lettuce, I actually ran out of Tupperware, so I'm gonna show you guys another really simple hack that you can use to store your lettuce, and this will help it last a lot longer. You're just going to take a clean kitchen towel and gently roll up your washed lettuce. And then this can either go in a Tupperware, or if you've run out like I have, go ahead and just use a Ziploc bag. And then we'll just take some of that lettuce and chop it up for a salad, but we don't wanna chop up too much of the lettuce because it doesn't stay fresh as long, but I do just like to have a couple salads ready to go. In the last video, I showed you guys that there are so many different store-bought vegan cheeses nowadays, but for today's meal prep, we are going to be using this Gouda cheese, which I have never tried before. I knew I had to get it as soon as I saw it at Whole Foods just to give it a try. But of course, feel free to use any kind of vegan cheese you like here. Moment of truth for our Gouda cheese. Ooh, taste? 9 out of 10. Very, very similar to dairy cheese. Texture, 6. I did read on the label that it's better melted. So let's go ahead and shred this, see how it shreds. We'll put some on our pizza later. Let's slice this up. Finally, we are going to do a quick steam on that broccoli just so that it is ready to use. And now our pizza dough has fully risen, so it is ready to be used as well, but I'm actually going to freeze some of it. So I'm just putting part of the dough into this Tupperware to be frozen, and that way I can use it later on in the month as needed. And now we're just doing a quick boil of our pasta noodles. Once they're done boiling, give them a rinse under cold water so that they stop cooking. And then those are ready to be stored in the fridge as well. And at that time, our potatoes finished baking, and now we have everything prepped and ready to go. And this is actually the cheese sauce from the last video, so if you guys haven't seen that yet, I will link it down below. You can watch it after this one and see how I made this homemade cheese sauce. Now that we have this batch prep done, let me show you how easy it is to make our meals. So the first meal is the easiest option if you need something super fast, a classic comfort meal. We are making grilled cheese. Now this is the Gouda cheese, but you could also use that homemade cheese sauce if you prefer. And I'm actually grilling this without any butter. It's still got nice and crispy, but of course you could also use a vegan butter on there if you wanted to. And then just serving it with a side salad to make it a little bit healthier. Another super fast and easy meal I like to make is baked potato with broccoli and cheese sauce. This is really easy because the whole thing just gets heated in the microwave. I'm just adding the potato with the broccoli and then the cheese sauce separately because it heats a lot faster. And then just add it right on top. I'm doing a little bit of chili flakes on there as well. And this meal is ready to be eaten. Now, if you remember, I saved half of our cheese sauce as a liquid. I haven't heated it yet. So we are just gonna turn this one into our mac and cheese. Of course, we're going to need to heat it and thicken it first to activate that tapioca starch. And once it's nice and thickened, we're gonna add in our already cooked shells and our steamed broccoli, and that comes together in only a few minutes as well. And then our last meal, of course, is gonna be pizza. This pizza dough will keep in the fridge for a couple days, or like I showed you before, you can also freeze some of it and have it later on in the month. And then of course, just add whatever toppings you like here. I'm using mushrooms, bell peppers, olives, and some of that store-bought cheese, or you could use the homemade cheese sauce if you prefer. And this takes only 10 to 15 minutes to bake. Then we can add some fresh basil on top, and this meal is ready to go as well. If you can't tell by now, I am a huge cheese fan, even to this day. And actually, if you wanna know one of the recipes that I think is the best vegan cheese sauce recipes that I've tried, you've gotta check out this video right here. And with that, let's eat plants, and I will see you guys next time.